Now on Newsday TV, the Senate has approved a deal to get TSA workers paid as the travel chaos continues. I'm Macy Egland. More on that coming up. But first, a possible guilty plea from accused Gilgo Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann. It's a story you saw first in Newsday. Family members of women whose remains were found near Gilgo told Newsday that they've been notified that Heuermann is expected to plead guilty next month. The Massapequa Park architect is accused of killing 7 women in a case that's haunted Long Island for more than a decade. The Suffolk DA and Heuermann's defense attorney declined to comment on the anticipated plea. Heuermann is due back in court on April 8th. You can see the latest developments in the case and watch Newsday's documentary, Unearthing a Suspect, detailing what led authorities to Rex Heuermann on our website, newsday.com. Only in Newsday, a former West Hempstead special ed teacher is accused of hitting students and locking kids in closets. Several lawsuits accuse John O'Dwyer of abusing 14 students while teaching at Cornwell Avenue Elementary School. Families are now suing the West Hempstead School District, saying it turned a blind eye. Developing now, an end could be in sight to the airport chaos. The Senate approved an early morning deal to fund the TSA and most of Homeland Security. The unanimously approved deal does not fund the immigration enforcement operations at the heart of this 42-day-long partial government shutdown. The House is expected to act on the deal today. If approved, it would head to the president's desk. March Madness continues tonight as St. John's looks to advance to the Elite Eight. The Red Storm take on top-ranked Duke in Washington, D.C. in the Sweet 16. They've won 21 out of their last 22 games. Tip-off is set for 7:10 tonight. All right, we made it to Friday. Let's talk about your forecast. Rain wrapping up this morning, and we've got a chilly weekend ahead. Cloudy skies for your Friday. Highs in the low to mid 50s out there today. Temperatures dip down into the 40s for your Saturday and Sunday, but sunny skies. Okay, so we'll take it. The good news is improvement on the way. Check out your 7-day forecast here. Temperatures bumping up. For Monday, even warmer Tuesday and Wednesday with some rain expected. A bit of a drop on Thursday, but hey, we're getting there. We're getting to those warmer temps.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Only a Newsday, a little girl saved after being held captive for 16 days. We're headed back to the 90s for Picture This.
One of the most intense stories the newsroom had ever done.
It was a crime that shocked Long Island and the nation.
She lived for 16 days inside the space of a coffin.
January 1994, 10-year-old Katie Beers found alive after being held captive in an underground bunker.
Nobody had any inkling that he had planned this diabolical dungeon for her at least a year ago.
Little Katie Beers of Bayshore was reported missing December 28th by family friend John Esposito.
I remember him talking about how he had lost her at the arcade, and he scrunched up his face and sort of made some crying noises. And I thought, but there are no tears coming out.
Police searched Esposito's home several times, but never found Katie, who was there all along. She was being held underground in a bunker he built 18 months before to hold her captive.
And she would be banging on the walls of her prison to get their attention. That was so heartbreaking.
Esposito told Beers he intended to keep her in the bunker for the rest of her life, but eventually admitted to kidnapping her.
Yan was here on Saxon Avenue the night Katie was rescued, more than 2 weeks after she had been reported missing. The press and even the police feared the worst.
She was just walked out with a single police officer, and I was sort of frozen. I was thinking, is that her? She's being walked out and she's not on a stretcher. After she was found, a lot of calls came in to the authorities and to the police saying they wanted to adopt her.
Katie was raised by foster parents and now is a motivational speaker. Newsday caught up with her in 2013 following her book release.
The kidnapping was definitely one of the best things that could have happened to me. It not only got me out of my abusive childhood that I was in, it brought me to live with my parents, it brought me to my siblings, it brought me to therapy. It completely helped me recover.
You can watch more Picture This segments on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by GL Homes, a reputation built on quality and trust since 1976.
A rainbow cookie meets a donut. Ken Buffa stops by Alpine Pastry Shop in Smithtown in today's Feed Me TV.
These are the viral rainbow cookie donuts you could only find here at Alpine Pastry Shop in Smithtown. Let's go inside and see how they're made.
We came up with this donut. We combine things that people love. They love donuts. They love our rainbow cookies. Most places do it with just raspberry, and we do it with just apricot. Now for this donut, we combine the two.
This looks good just like this, but obviously we have to dip it. So if you don't mind, please do the most beautiful baptism of this donut and dip it in the chocolate.
Let's go. What I thought would be, me making just a little bit at a time, maybe 100 or so, turned into me making several hundred every day.
I know you really like when people break them in half. That was one of the things. So you ready? We're to break one of these in half? Or just totally destroy it? Look at that. Dude, this is really good. The apricot just takes it to like a different level.
Yeah.
And the chocolate, it's not crunchy, it's soft like you said.
Yes.
So this is like 1,000 of these. Like 1,000 of these with some coffee. No joke, this is like a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna eat all this.
It does look great. You can see more local viral food and places to eat on our website, Newsday.com. Click Get More below that Newsday TV video box. High expectations for one of the top high school boys lacrosse programs in the country, and it's right here on Long Island. Today, Michael Sicoli takes us on the field with the Chaminade Flyers.
Expectations are as high as ever for Chaminade boys lacrosse, but whether it's St. Anthony's or another ranked school on their schedule, they know they're going to play their game, and their game is something extraordinary to watch.
We love wins and losses, but our main objective is how can we put guys in the best position to develop, to grow, and we've been doing that for a long time in the classroom, on the field.
We've been taking it one game at a time and focusing on getting 1% better each day.
We put together a schedule that we think is pretty competitive. We expect some losses. We're okay with that. We want our kids to grow as a result of it.
We're all focused on us, right, as a team. We don't really care what the outsiders think. We're kind of just working on getting better every day.
Pressure is a privilege, and that's something that we all experience at Chaminade because the legacy that there is. Every game has been important for us, and it's all about playing for those who paved the way before us.
From Mineola and Chaminade High School, Michael Sicoli, Newsday TV.
See more on the story and see Newsday's list of the top 100 boys lacrosse players on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. See more on all of these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
Newsday investigates how overlapping local and state jurisdictions can slow changes to make the roads safer. Roadblocks to Safety, a Newsday investigation. Now available at newsday.com/dangerousroads.